Section 20 of the Doctrine and Covenants is known by many as the Constitution of the Church. This laid the guidelines and the rules and ordinances and the way the church was to operate going forward. It was received on the day the church was organized, April 6, 1830. Today, we have the Handbook of Instructions, we have trainings, we have videos, we have all sorts of different things to help us understand how to organize and to operate the church. But back in April 1830, they had none of these things. They had the Book of Mormon, and it was from the Book of Mormon that so many of these principles and concepts were given by revelation to Joseph and Oliver Cowdery, who are called the first and second elder of the church. As historian Stephen Harper suggests, three things are really laid out in this particular revelation. The first is the importance of authority in these latter days. And in the revelation we read in verse 2, which commandments were given to Joseph Smith Jr., who was called of God and ordained an apostle of Jesus Christ to be the first elder of this church. And it goes on to describe Oliver Cowdery's authority as the second elder. The second thing that's important is a clear understanding of doctrine. And throughout section 20, the Lord makes it very clear what his doctrine is. In fact, we can see what Elder Bruce R. McConkie called the three pillars of eternity: the creation, the fall, and then the atonement. Finally, the church needed to know, how do we actually perform ordinances and bring order to this church, which is the root of the word ordinance. And in this particular section, we learn about the ordinance of baptism, about the performance of the sacrament, the roles of various priesthood offices such as elder, priest, teacher, and deacon, laying out a pattern that the church could be replicated in the variety of branches and eventually wards and then stakes throughout Zion. I'm very grateful for this section because it really lays the foundation and a constitution that is with us today in the church.